What's going on, YouTube? It's Team Grapplers here, and finally we're back with a deck profile. I know it's been like a month or two that I haven't been doing videos, but luckily for you guys, my boy Alphonsus, he's been working very hard and like breaking down everything as much as he can on the weekly Team Greylock unlocks the week. So far I love the segment. I love the idea. Hopefully you guys love it too. I'm more than happy that my teammates are getting more involved in the channel. And either next week or the week after that, we're gonna have a player interview and deck profile with my boy Ian. He's the youngest out of the whole group, but I honestly consider him as a prodigy because lately he's just been improving better and better and better. Like, he takes in our comments, and he takes in every single word that we tell him as we're trying to give him advice and everything. And so far he's one of the most improved players that I've seen so far, and I'm more than happy that he's in our team right now. So next week, you guys definitely check him out and deck profile with him. But for now, I want to show you the deck that I've been playing with for about a month and a half, and it is no grapplers. I've been going like at times undefeated and other times just bad luck in locals, as in like Game On, Toy Biz, and Gambit. But it's not a bad deck. It's actually pretty fun. Problem is, it's just really bad against the end. For some odd reason, this deck can't keep up with the end. That's what I hate about this format. The end is just really overpowered. But this is mainly just like a fun deck for me to play, and I love it. It's fun. It's really pretty fun. But I'm unfortunately gonna take it apart because I'm gonna start playing Dazzling Divas, the Prism build. I've been waiting for that for a while now, and honestly, it's gonna be the next top tier deck in the meta for the next few months. So, with that, I just wanna do a little quick deck profile before I take this deck apart. It's been working pretty much consistent for me. Unfortunately, the big problem is I've been getting great luck a lot. It's probably just my shuffling, but I mean, it sucks. Alright, starter, White Tiger. He's the best starter for this deck, obviously, because it's the BCD, and also for the fact that he has a pretty good effect, which is counter boss 1, choose a BCD, and restand it. So, usually you want to activate this effect early game to put pressure early to make your opponent be at 3 damage or 4 damage by turn 2 or 3. Because this deck isn't a passive deck. This deck is a rush beatdown deck as much as possible. Because if not, then if you like take more than like 20 minutes or 15 minutes to beat your opponent, odds are you're not gonna win. No, honestly, this is more of like a rush beatdown deck, you know. With that, I have 4 heal triggers. Standard. I wouldn't take them out. Why would you? You need them. You believe in winning, right? And then this is where the trigger lineup gets a little bit confusing. 3 Shining Lady and 4 Prometheus. So I'm playing 7 criticals. I play 7 crits, like I said, because you need early damage. You need to beat down as fast as possible. You need to win as fast as possible. Mainly the game, you can't take your time. You need to go in as hard as you can. Like I said, you want them to be at 4 damage by turn 2 or 3 in order to have the consistency of winning. Because like I said, this deck is not a passive deck; it's a rush beatdown deck. So I play 7 crits. And I play 5 draws. So obviously, I don't play the rainbow. I don't play 4 crit, 4 heal, 4 draw. The sand triggers are not bad. Problem is, like I said, you want to get them on the 4th or 3rd damage by turn 3 or 2. You want to have the momentum at all times. And the draw triggers, I mainly play them because most of the time they attack my rear guards, and I'm just like, okay, sure, because I have another 5k in hand to replace it with. So draw triggers are pretty good. Problem is, you need to play more than 1 because I don't see these often. I see like maybe 3 draw triggers a game, and I'm satisfied with that. Basically, it just replaces your rear guards because your opponent usually attacks your rear guards with no grapplers. So I play 5 draws. This is in grade 1s. I play for the Beast Deity. Don't know how to say his name. Is it Black Marsh? There you go. Mainly his effect is you put him behind the Vanguard, and if he hits the opponent's Vanguard, kind of less one, put him in the soul, and you can stand up one of the BCDs. So it's basically like a White Tiger, but except he's a 7K. He's pretty broken because, like I said, of that effect, because he's just like White Tiger, and also for the fact that with Illuminati Dragon, you can stand him up again, and yeah, you can stand up a full column at the 10K column, possibly 15K column, or possibly 20K column. So it's not bad at all. 7K, which was the 8K, but what are you gonna do? I play 4 Clay Doll Mechanics, the Damage Flipper, mainly because you want to do the Illuminal Dragon more than once per game. If you do it 3 times per game, you should win. If you do it twice per game, you have a 75 to 80% chance of winning. Mainly because it just destroys your opponent's hand. It makes your opponent get nervous, makes them rethink their plays, and honestly, it makes them commit to the wrong bad plays. That's what I've done mainly with this deck, and I'm more than happy with the outcome. Damage flippers are pretty broken. I wouldn't recommend not playing Illuminati Dragon without these, because like I said, you want to do the effect more than once. Because unfortunately, Illuminati Dragon's Counterblast is Counterblast 3 instead of Counterblast 2, so it's this deck is Counterblast heavy, in all honesty. So damage flippers are needed. Play 4 of those, and obviously 4 Perfect Guards. Since I play 5 draw triggers, so the hand power isn't that great, so you're gonna need the Perfect Guards to stop. Obviously against Platinum Ezo when he ultimate breaks, all that bullcrap. Stop at the end when he's over 20,000. Mainly the Perfect Guards are just there because they're necessary now during our cross ride format, and unfortunately you're gonna need these for break ride format. So yeah. And I play two Death Army guys. Mainly because I just want to make a column of Death Armies, or first turn I call them out and then attack, Vanguard attack, draft check, draft trigger, grade 3, stand them up, broken. You get 4 attacks in the first turn. I actually did that multiple times. The last time I did that was when my opponent, he was playing golds. He rolled a 5K Scarlet Witch, I think. No, not Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch Fang. There we go. Soul Blast 2 and draw a card. It was a 5K grade 1 Vanguard. He wrote it, so I took advantage of it. I rode a Clay Doll Mechanic. I called White Tiger to rear, called him. Death Army attacked first, then White Tiger attacked, then my Vanguard attack. I just grade 3, and then he stood up again. Those 4 attacks one turn. He took 3 and he stopped 1, unfortunately. So Death Army, I actually hold these off to make a column of him and Death Army Girl. So I play 14 grade 1s. Now for grade 2s, I play 4 Humpty Dumptys. Mainly because, like I said, you need damage flippers. This deck is pretty much Counterblast heavy. 3 Counterblast is too much, so you need to Brugus to the Dugas. You need the damage flippers. Well, I mean, there's many other versions where you can make that doesn't necessarily need the damage flippers, but with this build, you do need to maximize on the damage on flippers to activate Illuminal Dragon's effect more than once per turn. I mean, more than once per game, I'm sorry. Then we have BCD Anglet. Mainly because he's a BCD, so you can stand him up with Illumina Dragon's Limit Break. He becomes a 12K when you stand him up during battle, so it's not bad at all. Not much to say, in all honesty. Basically, he's just another target for Illumina Dragon to stand up with. It's not bad. Usually my opponents attack him first, and I'm just like, sure. I have a grade 3 in my hand. It's a BCD also, so I'm gonna just call that. These I don't like per se, but you need to play them just for the fact that they're another BCD card in the deck. And if he does hit, which sometimes it goes off, sometimes it doesn't, it's like a 25% chance it goes off. You search top 5 cards of the deck to search out for the BCD Assure Dragon, which is automatic plus no matter what. So if this effect does go off, and you actually do get the Assure Dragon, congratulations, you just +1. Mainly, but I played him for that, and also for the fact that he's in a BCD that I can stand up with. So, fortunately, he's 8K, which I don't like, but what you can do about it. And my last grade 2s are 2 Death Army Ladies. Like I said, I want to make a column of Death Army Lady and Death Army Guy. It's pretty broken, puts lots of pressure. It's a possible 4th attack in a turn, and like it's like you rush with this in turn 2 when you ride your grade 2s. It's not bad. So I played 12 grade 2s. So if you know the number already, that means I'm playing 7 grade 3s. I played 3 Assure Dragon because I'm never gonna activate his effect. His effect is pretty rare to get. His effect doesn't activate. It's hard to get his effect off by turn 3 or 2. So by turn 3 or 4. So you can't really do much about it. But mainly just ride him and then cross ride it by putting Illuminal Dragon on top of him. So, and also because he's 11K rear guard, and you can stand him up with Illuminal Dragon's effect. So 3 of these is pretty good. It's pretty standard for this deck. Then I play 4 Illuminal Dragons. He's broken, he's dumb. Like I said, if he wasn't kind of last 3, this deck would probably be the best deck, but it is, unfortunately. But like I said, that's why I do the whole damage and flipping as much as possible with this deck, so you can activate this effect more than twice, or more than once and twice per game. Like I said, it burns your opponent's hand, and it's possible 13K column. I love it. I had lots of fun with it. Like I said, problem is the end. The end just takes. The dragon dumps on this deck. A lot of people asked me why I don't play Dancing Wolf, the one that you put behind the Vanguard, you stand him up because of 10K. I recently just learned about the effect on a Bushiroad's ruling about it, which I think is kind of dumb because it completely conflicts with the Pelennor ruling. But Bushiroad stated that it doesn't, just because the card isn't on the field anymore, unlike Dancing Wolf. So I mean, I don't know. I don't 100% agree with it, but what are you gonna do? Bushiroad's ruling, Bushiroad's game. You can't fight against it. Basically, you put Dancing Wolf behind the Vanguard, and you get a stand trigger, get a power to the Vanguard, and then Dancing Wolf becomes 10K, so that's possibly 28K, 26K. So most of the time when your opponent does 2 to block, he's going to go through via his stand trigger and Dancing Wolf. But I don't like stand triggers that much, especially in this build. This build's mainly just beat down as soon as possible, if not even lose. With this deck, like I said, I've been having loads of fun with, but unfortunately it's going to come apart because I'm trying to build the whole Dazzling Diva. I'm pretty close to it. Let me just show you how much I have and how much I'm looking for. Actually, I can't show you it. I don't have it on me. That sucks. Kind of embarrassing. Oh well. You want to fight about it? Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, pretty much this deck, I love it. It's pretty fun. I recommend you guys to play it too, because I barely see any Nova Grapplers out there. Especially a huge shout out to my friend Frank, which I haven't seen in a very, very long time. I hope he watches this video. I hope he enjoys it, mainly because I know he's a big Nova Grappler fan. And I just want to let him know that after playing this deck too, I am also a Nova Grappler fan too. They're pretty fun, mainly because they're machines. But as I said before, tune in for next week. We're gonna have a player interview and a deck profile for my boy Ian. Like I said, he's a little kid, but you can definitely see him win a lot. And if you enter the regional the New Jersey's first regional for Vanguard, you're gonna notice him because he was a judge there. So yeah, so this is my deck profile of Illuminal Dragon, of course, because he's gold and shiny. He's mad bling bling. And I will see you guys later.